Welcome back, everybody. This is Wings of Wax, and we are playing Slay the Spire, which is a fantastic card game if you haven't already played it already, but I'm sure if you're already this many episodes deep, you probably already have, and probably already checked it out, and probably have done some things, and probably seen the mods, too. I've actually been doing some research into the mods, so maybe once I get bored with this game, maybe I can look at the mods and stuff like that, and there's some pretty cool ones, actually. I saw that there was one that you can actually become, like, a boss and work your way down to defeating a hero, which I thought was really interesting. But I'm interested in potentially in the future being able to do something like that. So we'll see. So yeah, we're back at it with the Ironclad Dizzle, Bean Shizzle. Hopefully we can get a sweet exhaust or barricade or strength deck. You know, some cool stuffs. For 99 gold to remove 2 cards from our deck is actually really good. Ooh. Let's take a look at our map first, though, before I make any decisions. So, if I decide to go for the enemies starting at 1, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then hope that we don't get an enemy in one of these 2 rooms, because then the elite would actually be 1 health. But that is a gamble, and I don't think I'm willing to take that gamble, and I think I'd rather just be able to remove 2 cards from my deck. A defend and a strike sounds pretty good to me. From here, I would like to fight quite a bit of combats if I can help it. So, we have 2 elites. Unfortunately, though, there's no campfire before these unless we want to go this way, which we can only fight 1. Okay, so, and if we do that, then we have to go this path. We get to fight 3 combats before we get to an elite, which shouldn't be that bad. The first couple of combats in this game are not that treacherous. And then if we're looking pretty low on life total, we can end up going this way instead of going this way. I'm okay with that. Just want to make sure the other one doesn't look better. Yeah, there's 4 combats, no elites going up this way. We can only hit these 2, but there's no campfire anywhere in sight basically to get to these 2. Yeah, it's just makes more sense to go for this path. Alright, so we're going to prevent as much damage as possible here and just whittle them down. I don't want to take too much damage. Maybe I should have taken some damage there to be able to set up the vulnerable, but I don't know. We're just whittling away. That's basically what this comes down to. We're just trying to find out what our next strategy is going to be. So we do kill you. Woo! Full health. What do we got? Bloodletting, Sword Boomerang, or Clothesline. Unfortunately, none of these lead us into a solid direction. Maybe we take the Clothesline, though, to be able to apply some weak. It's not like the greatest card in the whole world here, but I could definitely see it being worthy. Because applying weak to even like end bosses, such as the Heart, is actually pretty beneficial. How much weak with upgraded is 3. Okay, I think we take it here. I think it's better than Bloodletting at this point. Because taking damage to be able to get some extra energy, you know, would be good at the start, but as we get further and further, it might be worse. Yeah, we have to like double defend here. Actually, we could only defend once. We take 1 damage. I just don't want to take any damage if I can help it. So we're gonna take out this one, and the reason being is because we can actually kill him on the following turn, whereas we couldn't do that with this one. We do get Clothesline. Let's go for this. Let's set up some more damage on you, so that way the following turn we can actually kill you. Okay, so I'm just trying to preserve my life total, which is really what this comes down to. It doesn't really matter. They're all going to kill you. They're all going to kill you. We get Pommel Strike. I think that's worthwhile. Hemokinesis is fine, but we're not really looking for it to go towards that strategy where we lose HP. I don't think it's worth picking up a second Clothesline either, but Pommel Strike is pretty decent. Being able to just replace itself in your hand. I think we go for a max HP here because we don't have a shop. We do have a shop, but we don't have gold because we spent all of our gold. Right. So we actually go for the max HP. Yeah, I'd like to go this way because we don't want shops. Ooh, upgrade 2 random cards, lose 17? I think so. Unfortunately, they're garbage, but you know. Okay. This is a key decision. Do we go through 1 more combat to be able to get to the elite? I think we do, because we kind of need some more better cards. Some more better. That's not actually how you say English, in case you're wondering. I'll go for the pommel here, be able to deal some more damage rather than just a regular strike. we are able to go for a Defendicus and then go for the Strikicus and the other Strikicus. There we go. We got this. We're going well. We're doing things. We're doing all the things. Making it move forward here. Fire breathing? Nah. Wild Strike? Maybe. Maybe, baby. If that's the case, then we're getting pretty aggressive. But I think it's actually worthwhile. I also haven't really taken Wild Strike all that often, and I do think that it actually is a pretty good card. So we would like to Clothesline, and I suppose we'll Wound You and Wild Strike. I actually think that we should have waited until we got a Bash turn, but I don't know. I couldn't pass up on that. I felt like that was worthwhile. We'll put up a single Defend and then go for a Pommel Strike. I'm glad we did not draw the Bash there. It was a 50-50. I didn't realize how many cards were left in our deck, and I was like, could have been a mistake. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda. Let's go for another Wild Strike to deal some more damage to you. We are taking 18 here, so it is a little scary, but I would like to try to deal as much damage as possible. Obviously, we didn't need to cast that Defend. That was just a waste of a ton. We do have Clothesline here, which will weaken you, thankfully, and then we can just go for a Pommel Strike, I guess. We're going to take a little bit more damage. And you are dead this turn. Fantastic. We get, yeah, Matryoshka, which is the next two non-boss chests we'll open. We'll have two relics in them, which is actually really good. We don't have any ways to take advantage of the strength, so I do not think we take Heavy Blade. And Flex is good, but I don't think we're really at that point where we can start taking that type of card yet, whereas Headbutt is just like overall going to be good in just every single deck. We haven't really made a decision on what strategy we're going for yet, so I think it's beneficial to just leave choices open for us. Yuck. Is this where we're going to be using this potion? Probably. So I can only deal 12? No, I can kill one. But then we still take a decent chunk of damage. Yeah, I think it's worth it. We don't really need a strike on top of our deck, do we? I don't think so. And then we can defend, and we only take 4 damage here, rather. So we're still ahead of the curve, which is good. Let's go for a Pommel and see where that leads us, which we already knew we had lethal. We have Wild Strike. I don't take Wild Strike very often, so it's going to be a little tough. Ooh, we do get Fiend Fire. Why are you giving me the option to take this Fiend Fire, eh? I'm a big fan of Fiend Fire too, which is unfortunate. The problem is we just don't have any cards that draw us anything, so we're looking for like Battle Trances, but Battle Trances have been pretty dry lately on all of our runs. This also sets us up to kind of go for like an exhaust style strategy, so I guess it doesn't necessarily lead us in that direction, but yeah, we have to make sure we preserve our life total to be able to get to this elite here. I think we go for a Clothesline, then just go for a Defend here to prevent all the damage. You know I just want to go for the Fiend Fire, but it only deals 20 damage here, so it's not actually worth it. Every time I see it in my opening hand, though, I'm like, ooh. Yeah, let's deal the 6 to this and just be able to apply some more pressure to this guy. I feel like a moth to the flame whenever I see Fiend Fire. He did it again. He did it again. Yeah, so we have to use 2 attacks on this regardless, and then we can put up a block. We still take some damage this turn, though. That's unfortunate. And unfortunately, we don't kill this guy with a Fiend Fire because he has weakened us many times. We might have to use our potion here so that we can just try to gain some more HP here. So 13 damage is what we need to deal. And then we still take 6. So we're still going to be taking 6 no matter what, is basically what this comes down to. Okay. Good to know. Good talk, team. Good talk. So no matter, even if I use the potion, we're still going to take 6 unless I want to take out the back guy with the potion. And even then, we're still going to take 6. Still going to do it. Yeah. And then I think we just go for the defend. Oh, are you dead finally? We've been waiting for your moment here. Nope, you are not dead. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this just deals most of my damage. Get him. So that way you're dead on the following turn. And dead. And dead? Dead. Thank you. Alright, so we have Dark Embrace. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. That's not a terrible choice to be able to take here, especially with the Fiend Fire, to be able to draw extra cards, so we can actually exhaust our hand to be able to draw more cards if we saved our energy to roll it over. I am not opposed to this. I've never actually seen what this card looks like. Upgrade. It just costs 1. Okay. I think we're gonna try it. You know what? We're gonna take the gamble. The game is leading us into a general direction, and we should probably follow suit. Deal 3 damage to all enemies at the start of your turns. That's every turn, by the way. And every time you play 10 attacks, you get an extra energy. Yeah, that has to be better than just going for a Sapphire Key here. Next question. Do we fight 2 elites? And the answer is no, we definitely don't. Oh my god, no. What are you thinking? Absolutely not. Let's go for this guy. What do we have for options? Let's just take a peek-see. Like, obviously, Bash is always going to be good. Dark Embrace is obviously going to be good, too, I think, if we're trying to go for that more exhaust strategy. Fiend Fire is also always good because I think it goes up to 10, if I'm not mistaken. It does go up to 10. 10 is pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Do we take the gamble? We do have 2 20 damage attack potions. I think we should be able to be fine against the elite. You know what? We're going to take that risk. Do we go for the Bash or do we go for the Fiend Fire? I would like to go for the Dark Embrace, but we don't really have enough cards to take fully advantage of that yet, so I think it's worth it for us to go for either the Fiend Fire or the Bash here. And the Bash deals more damage in the long run. Fiend Fire is just like OTK, one turn kill. At least that's what your hope is. It doesn't always work out that way, but that is your hope, inevitably, for the actual card. I think upgrading Bash, though, is just slightly better here. So that way we can try to be able to set up... we have 2 turns to be able to find the Fiend Fire if we need to. We have 184 gold. So let's see what we can look at here. We have an Offering. That's not terrible. We also get a True Grit, too, which I am a little bit more looking forward to. We also have Frozen Eye, which is fine because we get to view it at our draw pile and it shows us in the order we're going to be drawing them. Regal is okay, but Preserved Insect, taking 25% of our elite health away from the start, is actually really good too. Let's see here. I do really want a True Grit because it kind of goes with our deck. Offering also goes with the deck. So I'm almost thinking that we just take both of those instead of taking this Preserved Insect. These are just 2 exhaust cards that help us out, so... Sniper. Okay, we actually still have a little bit more gold, so I should actually just take a peeks, make sure that we're not going to want to take anything here, which I do think we actually do want to take a Blessing of the Forge, because that is reasonable enough. We don't have any upgraded cards, and that could be beneficial towards the boss fight, so... Which looks like it's going to be Hexaghost, I think. No, that's not Hexaghost. That because he has the shell around him. This one is, I forget what his name is, but he's the one that goes into the ball, into the shell. No, I can't think of what his name is right now. My brain is just kind of mushy at the moment. So unfortunately, Gremlin Mob is going to be quite a large pain in my butt. But we do have 2 potions, so we will take him out, so we technically could find a way to be able to kill you this turn. Which we might, because Fiend Fire actually, I think, does it. So we deal what? 28, but we do an extra... Is that 3 each? Is that 3 each? I think it's 3 each. So 40 damage, and then we can use a potion. That way we don't have to lose any health off the offering as well. Yeah. And at the cost of a single fire potion, you are dead. Fantastic. That actually worked out great. Unplayable curses cards can now be played. Whenever a curse is played, lose 1 HP and exhausted. Hey, exhaust. We're heading down the right path, it looks like. I'm quite excited about that. Headbutt's always going to be good. I don't think it's time. I don't think we go for the clothesline. We already have some pretty decent 2-mana things, and we already have a clothesline. Yes, we do have a clothesline. So Iron Wave is pretty good. Thing is, we already have a headbutt, and right now we can really only take advantage of 1. But Iron Wave, I think, is actually a pretty reasonable card to go for, since it fits into just about any deck too. So you are also being a pain. We're gonna take some damage. So let's try to reduce some of that damage here. We're gonna take 9. It's unfortunate. Well, at least we're not taking any damage this turn, right? Right. Ooh, we get Havoc. Yeah, I don't see why not, right? Fiend Fire drawn. Fiend Fire is not good with with Havoc because it just gets rid of your entire hand. But it is exhaust. Like, if we're gonna go full exhaust, we should definitely consider it. Unfortunately, this is not 0 mana though. Whereas when you do upgrade it, it does cost 0, which is when it's worthwhile to cast. I don't think we need it. It's very random. It's very, very random. It's very random. And I think I would rather just have the option of being able to just cast my cards. Like, the only time we could fully take advantage of it if we actually go for get a bash or a clothesline or a dark embrace right now. But dark embrace will soon be upgraded because we are starting to head towards that exhaust strategy. I think we just pass here. I mean, like, Pummel's really good too. Anger's fine. We don't really have any strength upgrades though, so I think I'll just skip here. Let's go. Okay, so we know what our boss is. And I'm taking a step back here because I really want a Smithic card if I can help it. And I think we can afford to here. Just a matter of, like, which card do we actually upgrade? I don't think we go for the Fiend Fire because the Fiend Fire is going to take a long time to get around town to be able to cast it. So it comes down to Dark Embrace or True Grit, probably. That would be my guess. I feel like True Grit is going to be more beneficial to us. Dark Embrace is kind of going to be like a dead card at the moment, but True Grit should be more useful to be able to whittle our decks down to be able to get to a better size and find our better cards. So we have Offering here, and we have Dark Embrace. You know what? We'll go for it. Interesting. What do we have in our deck right now? All attacks except for 1 Iron Wave, which is still an attack. We can get rid of all the blocks. I don't think that's good, though. I really don't think that's actually good for us. Oh, God. That's pretty funny, though. That is really funny. I mean, like, I'm trying to justify it here. Let's see. We could, like, True Grit, get rid of, like, it doesn't matter, like a strike probably, because they're all gonna get exiled if I decide to go for this Fiend Fire play, which is really stupid. I don't think it's a smart move, in case anybody's wondering at home. No, we definitely don't do it. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. You don't need to do it here. Oh, we should have upgraded, actually. Now we'll upgrade the next set of cards, because the next set of cards... Bash is already upgraded, actually. Is it better to have a... Actually, we can set it up so that way the Fiend Fire can be better suited for us later on in the game. So yeah, we should upgrade it, which means I did kind of miss out on a couple of points damage from that. Not the end of the world, but I would like to get rid of one of these blocks. Alrighty. So, like, if we obviously weren't going to draw any attacks, which we clearly knew we were going to draw attacks this turn, we could have used the Fire Potion as well to be able to take him out. So, I would, however, like to go for the Clothesline. I think that is just better for us. And I don't really want to go for the Wild Strike because we don't need to, but I will go for the Pommel here. I will go for the regular strike. Oh, it doesn't matter. Because he has block up. Alright, where are we at? We're going to be defending, clearly. We can afford to take a little bit of damage here. Do I actually want to Fiend Fire this? It's not a terrible choice, actually. Because I actually don't think we get Thorns damage from all of those. Because I think this works. No, it would definitely hit us. Yeah, it would definitely hit us. It would definitely hit us. 100%. Let's just go for a basic strike to be able to whittle him down a little bit more, because we can afford to take 1 damage. This is where things get a little tricky. It's actually not as bad. Unfortunately, if we cast True Crit, we have to get rid of one of our 2-mana cards, which I think Clothesline is probably the weakest one. Because we kind of need Bash to be able to set up turns where we can actually put him back into this form. But then again, Clothesline is actually really good against this form, too. I think inevitably we go for the Clothesline here. It is slightly weaker. No pun intended. Let's see here. We cannot deal you enough damage unless we use our potion. Is that correct? I think that is correct. We can deal 12. We can deal... Not enough. Yep. That's what that comes down to. So we are going to have to use the potion. Is there anything? No, we don't have anything. We don't have anything in our deck. In our discard pile to be able to put in there because we just shuffled. Do we want to put another Wild Strike on top? I don't think so. I think we just go for the Pommel Strike and see where that leads us. Leads us to a Bash. A Bash is actually pretty helpful. A Bash can actually set up so we can just use the potion here and be able to make it so that way the next couple of turns he actually is vulnerable. But the problem is that if we do that, he's going to be vulnerable in the stages where we don't want him to be vulnerable. Or it doesn't matter, I should say, that he's vulnerable. So I actually think we don't go for the Bash here. Which might be a reason to like actually get rid of the Bash instead of the Clothesline, now that I think about it. Actually, no, we need to commit to this. No. If I go for the defend here, I actually can put the defend back on top of our deck with the headbutt, be able to use the potion to put him back into the defensive form, be able to use the defend for the following turn. That's reasonable enough, I think, for me. Toss. Let's go. Scared of a strike. And we have so many defends for days. Let's see what this Entropic Brew is going to give us, actually. Actually, we should save that. Yeah, we should save that. Because we're not going to need it for this fight, I don't think. We'll use it if like we're in a pinch or something, but... I'm more of just like stalling because I'm trying to decide which one of these 2 cards I'm going to getting rid of. And obviously Wild Strike is slightly better than the Strike Upgraded because it does deal more damage. And I think that's reason enough to be able to get rid of the Strike here. We might have to use our Entropic Brew. I mean, we could just go for like bash, defend, and afford to take 12 damage. It's really not the end of the world, to be completely honest with you. It also makes it so we can actually deal more damage on the following turn. Yeah, I think I like that. We don't have to use the Entropic Brood just yet. Right, guys? Right. Good Fiendfire. This is a really big turn for Fiendfire, to be completely honest. It's a really big turn. And we also get 4 card draw, which will mean that we... Actually, 5 card draw, which means we can actually still cast something this turn, too. Not that there's really anything that we're, like, super-duper looking for, but... Because he's going to be putting up some block when he actually goes back into that defensive mode. I think we actually go for this, though. Is that a mistake? We have 2 blocks left here. We have none in our deck. I don't know. I don't know. Is it worth the Fiendfire? It's a lot of damage here. It is 15 damage for each card. So that's 60 damage he's going to be taking right here. My issue is, like, I'm worried about having to use the Entropic Brew if we end up going for this instead of actually just playing it safe, because we can just play it safe this turn. And I think playing it safe is more beneficial. Like, we want to save the Fiendfire for actual turn where it makes more sense. Problem is we should have actually probably used the Headbutt first. Yeah. It's still worth it to go for the Headbutt. Just to try to make him a little closer, because he's going to be putting up some armor. So, yeah. We can bash again, and then just go for a regular strike. Oh, here... Oh, right. Double, or 50% more damage. Correctamundo. I would like to True Grit and get rid of this regular strike. That would be cool. True Wild Strike. Wild Strike's not going to plow through all that 20 defense there, so... We're getting closer to being able to use Fiendfire. That's why, like, I'm stalling on these turns, because I'm just like, is it time? Can I pull the trigger? Yeah, I want to do it. I feel like a fiend. We should go for the defend. I think I'm going to go for the pommel here to see if we actually draw a card I want to get rid of. I don't mind getting rid of a strike. We actually could have gotten rid of Bash, now that I think about it, because he has enough vulnerable on him to last us until the end of the game, so. This kills him, right? It does. But doesn't kill us. We're going to deal 4. He's going to attack us for 12, so no, this is lethal. Cool. Hey. We in there. Oh my god, we get offered the barricade. No. No. Do we take it? We do already have a True Grit. We have Iron Wave. We just don't have a lot of defensive cards in general, other than, like, the True Grit. We could start going down that path, though. You're offering me a defensive strategy, and I'm considering turning it down. This is a problem, right? Hey, did they change this card recently? I think they did, because this used to be 2 mana, I thought. Maybe it has been 1 mana this whole time, but Feed is also really good, too. Juggernaut is okay, but you need ways to be able to take advantage of Juggernaut, which we are in that exhaust strategy where Juggernaut would be decent, but we need to pick up another power card that whenever we exhaust a card, we get 3 block. But, oh my god, I'm having such a hard time passing up on this. It's still relatively early into this run. I think we go for the barricade here. We're going to kick ourselves if we can't actually get it, but we could transform all of our strikes into defense. Right now we only have 2 upgraded ones, so it's actually, like, not an unreasonable request. You can no longer rest at rest sites, which is going to be awful. We cannot take that, and I think Philosopher's Stone actually is not going to be helpful for us either. Because our enemy starts with an additional strength, which is very, very painful. It's very painful, and probably will kill the run. I mean, both the Teacup and the Philosopher's Stone, I think, would kill this run. So I think we end up going for the Pandora's box here. We get Thunderclap, Brutality, Bludgeon, Intimidate, another Brutality, a Dual Wield, and a Berserk. Oh, that's up for debate whether or not that was actually worthwhile. Did we keep the pluses? No, we didn't. Okay, they got. I was wondering if like, because it said all strikes and defends, I was wondering if like strikes plus and defend plus counted as well. Unfortunately, we got nothing really that works well with the defensive strategy. Brutality, we just have like a Mod Podge of just garbage here, which is why I hate taking that relic. But I guess the other option was just to pass on the relic. But we'll see how this pans out in the next episode, because I'm curious. I really want to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. That was the end of Act 1. Hopefully we can actually lean forward to be able to go towards that barricade deck, because that would actually help us to kill off the heart. But with the cards that we just got there, it's going to make it a little more difficult. But I don't know. Well, we'll have to see, because there's definitely some... the brutalities are not actually terrible, because they can draw us further into cards that be able to set up the barricade. So, but we do need some extra mana. But as we were looking at those options, I feel like Philosopher's Stone was just too much. Both Philosopher's Stone and that teacup thing would have been too much pain and misery. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment if you found anything that maybe I could have done better or differently. Then feel free to open up a discussion down in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to hear you guys out. As long as you're being respectful, then I'm more than happy. So I always want to learn more about this game, and I'm looking forward to being able to play more of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do something positive today. Do something to make yourself happy. You gotta do something. Do anything. Do anything. Something that makes you happy. Thank you guys so much. Good luck, and grind on, everyone.